on the docks of Lake Atitlan. This is how you properly do a sunset in this part of the world. Good morning, guys. It is currently 6:30 a.m. and we're currently at the docks of San Juan La Laguna. Now, this was not supposed to be the plan. Originally, what was supposed to happen was we were supposed to wake up at 4 and climb up that mountain right there. That's called Indian Nose. It's one of the most famous hikes, and it's not a very hard hike to do here in Lake Atitlan. It was supposed to be a beautiful view, and then my alarm didn't go off. That right there is one of the cleanest sunrises I've seen here in Guatemala, and that's really hard considering we're currently in rainy season. I was actually able to see the sunrise. The drone shots were absolutely incredible, and it's been a beautiful morning here in Guatemala. I just can't believe that I missed that alarm up. I wish I was up there, right up there on Indian Nose catching the sunrise. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case for today. But yeah, we're going to take a boat ride over to the other side of the lake today, and then from there we are going to enjoy the beauty of Lake Atitlan. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and get this travel day started. We are back in San Juan, and we're going back down to the docks because we're going to take a lancha, which is their local boat here, onto the opposite side of the lake. We've got all our stuff, all our backpacks and everything, and we're gonna go ahead and get this travel day started. It's gonna be our first time actually on the lake, so I'm really excited. Well, we finally made it on the boat. Time to cross the lake. Well, after like a 10-20 minute boat ride across the lake from San Juan, we've made it to the next town here in Lake Atitlan. This is San Marcos. Okay, so what is San Marcos? Like I mentioned before, there's a bunch of little towns that are located across Lake Atitlan, and San Marcos is just another one of those towns. But the unique thing about San Marcos is that it's like a hippie town. Like you've got yoga retreats, you've got health food stores, everything is super hipster, and there's a ton of vegan options as well. So if you're looking at, vegan food, this is probably the place to come. Now, this place is also really small and really cramped, but the main reason I came here isn't actually for all the hipster stuff. It's very similar to Mazunte in Mexico, if you guys remember that, in Oaxaca. But the main reason I'm here is because this place has some of the best swimming spots on the lake, and there is also a little hill that you can climb to get an amazing viewpoint. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna head over to the park first and see what it looks like, see what the swimming conditions are like, and maybe we just might jump into the lake. We've officially made it to the main thing I want to see here. This is Cerro San Cujil, which is San Cujil Hill. And the thing is, it's only open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., which means no sunrise, no sunset. But what this place is good for is they've got an amazing viewpoint, and it's also an amazing place to perhaps swim. So I think what we're gonna do first is we're gonna climb up to the viewpoint, take a view of the place, see what it's like, and then after that, we are gonna go in for a dip into the lake. Alright, this is not exactly the viewpoint yet, but I thought this was pretty interesting. They've got a Mayan altar here. I think they do like celebrations and ceremonies here, but currently there's nothing here. There's nobody here, but you can tell like there's a big pit over there. There's like a fire stone thing here. I don't know exactly what the celebrations are like or what they're for. Without a doubt, this, however, is where the altar, the Mayan altar, is located. You can even see there's like a Mayan symbol there. As to what it means and what they do here, like I said, I'm not really sure, but maybe if you're here and when they have a celebration, this is where you would come and see it. Well, after a pretty short hike, about 15-20 minutes, we finally made it up to the top. This view is incredible. This is Cerro San Juan. Wow, from here you really get a sense of the size of Lake Atitlan. It's actually not really that big. If you just look at right behind me right here, that over there, that little town is San Juan. That's where we came from this morning. And now we're here at San Marcos, which is just this tiny little town. It's actually way smaller than San Juan. And although it's like a little bit hipster, the truth is it's really just as small and just as beautiful. The lake itself, you can see it's not really that big. And the best part about the view here compared to San Juan is that you can actually see all the volcanoes. So you've got one there, two there, and then there's a second one behind that one. So total, there are 3 volcanoes here in Lake Atitlan. When you're in San Juan, you don't get a view of all 3 because San Pedro, which is this one right here, completely blocks out the view. But from this side of the lake, the opposite side of the lake, you are able to see all 3 volcanoes. And it's absolutely magnificent. This view is just incredible, and it's not a really hard hike up. It's fairly simple, it's fairly straightforward, and you got an incredible view like this. Alright, I had mentioned earlier that we could go in for a swim and we'd be able to jump in, but they've blocked it off. No, I wanted to do some cliff diving here. Ah, that sucks. And this is like 7 meters. It's tall, but it's not bad. Oh, darn, that really sucks. But I think we can get closer into the water, and then from there we'll just like swim in, I guess. But the water looks absolutely clear. I cannot wait. Let's get closer down and see if we can swim. Well, we've done it. We've come down to the lake. It's a little bit rocky actually, but I mean, you can see those 3 volcanoes right behind me. It's absolutely incredible. All right, let's go in for a dip.
I had said we were gonna go in for a swim, but oh my god, this water is like ice cold. It's so cool, I think because the sun is not out anymore and the clouds are blocking the sun. The water is really cold. I am not going in. That's it. That's it. I'm not going into this water.
Well, I thought I would be here a couple minutes later telling you guys how refreshing of a swim that was, how amazing that swim was, but the fact is, I didn't go in. It's way too cold. I think if the sun was out, it would be a little bit better, but with the clouds blocking the sun and the high elevation we're at, the water is just way too cold. Like I dunked my feet in and I was just shivering already. So fortunately, we're not gonna go in for a swim today, but maybe, you know what, tomorrow, if the weather is better, if it's not windy like this, and if the sun is out, maybe we'll consider it. All right, I guess that's it for this hill. So we're gonna go ahead and head outside of this park. Well, the afternoon storm clouds have started rolling in, so I decided it's a good idea to maybe start exploring the actual town of San Marcos. I've mentioned before it's super hippie, but let's go see how hippie it really is. Well, just a couple minutes walk and we are currently at the main park here in San Marcos. It's still a really beautiful place. It's just not as big, there's less people, and like I mentioned, it's super hipster. Now, how hipster is it? It is so hipster. They've got like yoga classes every day, vegan restaurants everywhere, and the reason is because apparently this location has some like energy with the volcanoes far away in the distance and the lake, and it helps to like heal your spirit, something like that. I don't know exactly, you know, too much about it, but that's why this place is so hippie. All the hipsters come here. It's really interesting to see how different this town is from San Juan, because San Juan is really local. You've got people there, a lot of people, and like a lot of people live here, but here it's just a smaller town. The dark clouds are coming in. We're gonna try and seek some shelter, but we're gonna see what else there is around this area. Well, next stop of the day here in San Juan, as in all of the little towns here in Guatemala, gotta check out the main church. Let's go inside and see what it's like. To say the churches around Lake Atitlan, they're so beautiful and so rustic. I mean, once again, you've got those huge drapes, this time in green color. The one in San Juan was red, but here it's in green color. They don't have the grass sort of carpet leading up to the altar, but it's still beautiful and it's really rustic. It's really small, but it just serves the local community here, and that's what I love about the churches here, specifically in Lake Atitlan. They have the traditional Guatemalan decorations, but they're also still really beautiful on the inside. They're not really big, they're pretty dark on the inside, but just absolutely beautiful. All right, I don't know if you guys can tell, but just looking at the clouds right up there, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain in a matter of 10-15 minutes. So we're gonna go find a place, avoid the rain, and I'll see you guys when we go for sunset. Well guys, it's a couple of hours later, and fortunately it's not raining and it's not too bad, but the clouds aren't great, but it's still a beautiful way to end out the day. We've come to a place that's about 15 minutes outside of San Marcos. It's not an easy hike down, but it's so unknown that I am the only person here, and it's not because of the rain, it's because this place is a secret. This is Punto Sanguil. Well guys, here on the docks of Lake Atitlan, the sun has finally set. That has got to be one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. For me, it's just wonderful because for once the weather was not that bad that we couldn't see the sunset. But today, finally, after being here for 3 days, we finally saw the sun actually set. The gradual change in colors. It was absolutely beautiful. This pier right here is literally Instagram heaven. And those volcanoes, I mean, once again, for the first time, I'm able to see all three without clouds sort of covering the peak. It's amazing. I could not ask for a better sunset here in Lake Atitlan. I am just so happy. I mean, all three of these volcanoes, whether it's San Pedro, Toliman, and Atitlan, oh, they're stunning. And it's just amazing, this perspective of the lake, because from San Juan it's a completely different perspective. From here it's just absolutely beautiful. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food and travel videos. Today was kind of a travel day, but also exploring San Marcos, and I have to say San Marcos is a nice like little town if you're a hipster, if you're into yoga, vegan food, all that stuff. But if you're not really into that stuff, it's no different than any other town on Lake Atitlan, except that the views here are a little bit different compared to San Pedro or San Juan. It's really interesting to see how these people live. It's a different type of lifestyle, but we're not gonna be here for long. We're leaving tomorrow. It's been beautiful here in San Marcos, and I can't wait to show you where we're going for sunrise tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned. But this place, it's beautiful. This is truly oh my God. I don't know if that captured, but there was like thunder just right there. Oh my God, there was lightning just now. Yeah, we're gonna head back before it really starts raining. The weather's been nice for the sunset, but now the rain is coming, so we're gonna head back. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.